Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Hey ladies, this is your official invitation to join us on the Winner's Circle Cruise in January. We're going to meet in Fort Lauderdale and go through Key West. And then from Key West, we are going to go over to Bimini, Bahamas. If you have not been to the Bahamas in the last year or so, you've got to go. It is so wonderful, so lovely, so awesome. So far, we've got a good group of ladies that are already signed up. The max to go is 24, unless something wild happens, but 24 is the max. If you received the flyer from me, you know that you need to go ahead and get your deposit down. So we'll spend the first day in Fort Lauderdale getting on the cruise. It'll spend a day on the water. We'll get over to Key West, spend a day there. That'll be day 3. And then for day 4, we will be in Bimini, Bahamas, and we will spend an entire day there where we will just foo-la-la, foo-la-la, foo-la-la. And the final day, we will be back in Fort Lauderdale. I do suggest that you get to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the night before the cruise. I have seen people be left, so don't be one of them. Now, if you want to leave the day we get back, the cruise is going to be back. By the time you get off, it'll be 10. So if you want to book you a flight, book it after 10 or noon. You just saw the beautiful rooms that we are going to be booking. Yes, every room will have a balcony unless you declare otherwise. Now look at that water. Can you tell me you don't want to be there? Look at all of those good markets. You telling me you don't want to be with the Winner's Circle? The Winner's Circle is for women owners of businesses that want to get together with other women from all over different places to be able to mastermind, to talk about our businesses, to grow, to support one another, to hear others' perspectives on how you can do things different in your business to be the best business and to grow your business. Anything that you can't talk about with other people, this is a great time. Join us on the Winner's Circle Cruise. Hey, mothers and daughters, I have another great interview. I know every time I come on, I say that, but I want you to know that today you're going to see this one is something that I'm going to be excited about talking about too, because this is something that you don't hear a lot about. And I want this to be explained by Miss Johnique so that she can tell you how she got her business started. I'm not even going to tell you yet what it is, but I just want you to know that this is going to be interesting. So get your pen and paper or make sure you save it so you can play it back. But, you know, the topic that we're going to be talking about today is something that you don't hear a lot about as far as in women. But in the last couple of years, you've probably seen a lot, but you don't know how to do it or what to do. So thank you for being my guest today, Miss Johnny. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are so wonderful. I'm just happy that you agreed to be on here. You know, some people are shy and they don't like to do interviews or they don't want to talk about their business. So I thank you for taking your time out to do it because, you know, we're busy women and we got things to do. And so to take out a few minutes to do an interview, it's like, okay, let me get that done. So I thank you again.
Yes, absolutely.
What is the name of your, and I know you're located in Atlanta. Tell me the name of your business.
The name of my business is the Queen of Trucking.
When I saw that name, I hurried up and clicked because I was like, this is what I want to know about. This is what I feel like women should know about because, you know, it's been for so long that women are not thought of doing particular businesses. So if it has anything to do with construction, now we could do real estate, we could sell your house, but build one, wait a minute. You know, when it has to do with trucking, it's like, well, we could drive you back and forth to school, but driving an 18-wheeler, you know. So thank you for making those doors open and breaking those barriers to let women know, yeah, we can, right? How long have you been doing your trucking business?
Well, I'm actually about 20 plus years into the trucking industry.
Years in, okay.
Yes, I started back in 1997, originally into trucking. I not only run a business, you know, in the trucking industry, I also drive those big old tractor trailers as well. I started driving tractor trailers back in 1997 while in the Army. And when I got out, I just pursued all ends of the industry. So I've been doing this for a long time on all ends of it.
Now, how did you come up with that name, Queen?
Hey, after the trials, tribulations, the good, the bad, and ugly, and I'm still standing. Again, a lot of people came into this industry, like as you mentioned, over the last few years, and
Yeah.
you get a lot of women in trucking. I remember back when there was no women really in trucking. There
I know
was
that's right.
a there was a real thing of this is a male dominant industry, and women just was not accepted, not really, a common thing to see it. And I
Right.
love to see it nowadays. But like I say, I've been at it for a long time now, and I'm still standing right here in it. And the way I came up with the name Queen of Trucking is
Mhm.
because again, I am that queen of trucking. I'm not here by short term. I'm
That's
not
right.
here for a, fly by night.
You're
I'm
here to
not here.
reign, huh?
I'm here long term, baby.
Right.
Longevity in this industry.
Now tell me, I know that there are many pockets of where a person can be in the trucking industry. You can own a fleet of trucks. You can, have a company that has the trucks. You can be a truck. Tell us exactly how your business works, because I find that you could find six businesses that have the same genre, but be doing a different task. So tell us how your trucking company works.
Well, we're actually a one-stop shop, so we're A to Z on all ends of the industry, literally. So what we do is offer multiple programs, multiple services, multiple trainings. Once again, no matter what area you're looking to come into the industry, we offer all of that. So we have the trucking side where we have, owner operators who we service. We have, I actually support almost 200 people within my mentorship program. So, and again, that's what I do is help other people. And that's what like I tell people that you don't have to come into this industry, which again, I tell people all the time, this is a beast of industry. It's that industry that'll chew you up and spit you out over and over again. It's very expensive. So
Yeah.
like I tell people, you don't have to come in and do all that, take on that liability, the responsibility just to be a part of this industry. You have the dispatching services side where all you're doing is supporting other people who own trucks already.
That's
So,
right.
and that's the great part about it. You also have the trucking side where you can just own the authority and own the company, but never even purchase a truck. And you're leasing on owner operators, fleet owners, investors, people who's just starting out in the industry and they don't have the authority. You can sign those people up under your authority, make money on each truck without any expenses associated with. So now you have the dispatching services side of the business. You can
Mm-hmm.
have the trucking side of the business. You can also be a part of the freight brokerage side of the business and get your freight brokerage authority, where again, now you're getting freight directly from the source, the shippers. You're feeding it to your dispatching services part of your business. You're feeding it to your trucking side of the business. So this is what I love about what we offer. We are again a true one-stop shop, whether or not it's compliance for FMCSA, DOT, trying to get your stuff started with, getting your business going, or whether or not you're looking for training to find out the ins and outs about this industry. We also offer dispatching services, dispatching training
Mm-hmm.
courses. We offer industry training and coaching classes. We also freight broker agent training class. And we have an awesome mentorship program to help guide you once you've taken those courses. So once again, we operate on all ends of the business.
Okay, I love it. Now, what about someone who comes in and say, hey, I've been a truck driver for 30 years and now I want to start my own CDL trucking company. You do that as well?
Right. We do mentor that area. And like I tell people when they come in, I get drivers that say, hey, I've been trucking for 15 years, 10 years, 20 years. And I let people know the driver side is a little different than the business side. So that's the
Okay.
biggest thing. It's like I tell people, hey, you can be familiar with trucking all day long until you get on that business side. You got to know how everything works when you're doing it for yourself. So
That's right.
we do offer those type of support roles, of course, for people who's already been trucking and they're tired of being over the road and they want to go ahead and just run the business. So
Uh-huh.
our mentorship program helps and guide that as well.
That is really awesome. And you said you have over 200 trucking individuals under you?
Right. It's about 196 is how many people that I support. Not all of those are trucking companies. A lot of
Yeah.
them are dispatching services companies,
Right.
as well as like people who are freight agents up under umbrellas of, freight brokers.
Okay.
So, but like I said, we personally, the queen of trucking, I don't own any trucks nowadays.
Uh-huh.
Once again, this is what I do is help and teach people how to provide services that's
Right.
filling in the gap of this industry. So if
Exactly.
there's so many trucks out there, why go out and buy more when you can provide a service to
That's right.
fill that gap in and still help other people while helping your own business grow?
That's right, because you said something that was very key a few minutes ago. You said it could be very expensive, because I've known back in, I would say, like early 2000s, when I knew a lady that was trying to buy a truck, and that truck was in 2000 was $150,000. And that's
Right.
before she wanted to make it all pretty with the lights on it and all these things on it. So that's amazing. Now, as a woman, do you ever get any pushback from maybe men that are in the business, whether it's on the dispatching side, whether it's on the actual driving side? Do you get pushback when it's time to get those contracts and help them with that? Or is it accepted now, like, okay, she's a woman, no big deal? Because,
Yeah, it's definitely in my younger years with it. Absolutely. The intimidation was real in
oh,
regards to
yeah,
men.
yeah,
Again, this is, as they say, this is our industry,
yeah.
as men
They
would
feel like
say.
this is only their lane.
Yes, and for years it was like that, and the
Oh, yeah,
biggest challenge I used to have was men being intimidated, and once again, I'm a Black woman, a lesbian woman at that, in the trucking industry, the male-dominant industry, so trust me, I've gotten my heat from it, but I'm 10 toes down about minding my business, so,
right.
it was never a hindrance. Again, I've experienced those type of things, but once again, I come in peace at all times and knowledge and experience, and I just try to share what I have going on with others. And again, like I tell people, it doesn't matter if you're a male or woman in this industry, the industry is going to go on regardless, whether or not all women is running it, whether or
Right.
not men are running it, or whether or not we both come together, it's still going to run.
Right. Now, with those ones that you're mentoring right now, what percentage would you say are women?
I would say a good about 70% are women.
Wow,
So
I was expecting you to say 10 or
no,
5%. I am so happy. You said
we are doing
70%.
this.
Oh,
We are
no,
doing this.
no, no, no. You earned that name, honey. I promise you, in my mind, I had already made up she's gonna say 10 or 5% because it's still male dominant. 70% is amazing.
I would say
Congratulations
definitely.
to all of the women that are in
Yes.
male dominated. We'll do that industry because I'm telling
Yes.
you, in the last five, especially during the global pandemic we just had, I saw so many women like, wait a minute, I could do this. We could get this food and these goods and these services and things across
Mhm.
this country. Hey, I can do this because I
Yeah.
take that back. You know what? I have seen women in those 18 wheelers, but usually they were in the passenger seat. So I think
Mhm.
now they're sitting over there in the passenger seat going, wait a minute, I think I can drive this bad boy, you know?
And believe it or not, even if they were in a passenger side seat, they could have been teaming. It
Exactly.
probably just wasn't their shift. Like when I'm on the road,
Exactly.
I'm always as a team. I don't go on the road solo.
Right.
And like say, anytime I'm on the road, we're teaming. So you may see a female in that passenger side seat and she's just on her break and hadn't started her shift to drive yet. So women are full force out here nowadays, and I love it.
Well, truth be told, let me tell you something. I'm only 5'4", and I know I've seen other short people, but I think that in order for me to get the truck from one side of the country to the other, the lanes have to be clear because I need two lanes to whenever I think about trucks or school buses or metro buses or whatever, I always think like that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna need to occupy two lanes just to get down the highway because it they just seem so huge to me. Like even when I'm in my car and I'm next to those trucks, I go like either I'm staying back or I'm like, okay, they don't have a signal. Let me hurry up and pass by. They just really are just those trucks are huge. But you know what I'm also loving? I'm also loving seeing not only, seeing the women driving the trucks, but I'm also loving the way they are designing these trucks and making them look so beautiful and less intimidating. You know how the Peterbilt and the other trucks they just used to look so huge and intimidating for women, but
Yeah.
now I see women going like, yeah, I could do that.
Mhm.
I could
And
do
it's definitely different type of trucks out there and everything. But like I tell people, when it comes down to the truck, it's
yeah,
a skill. Once you learn how to drive it, it's
right.
not as intimidating or scary as it looks. It is very, it can be because again, that's a big truck. And as a female driver, that's the best part I love when I'm out on the road. I like to look down that truck and I'm like, oh yeah, I got all this 53 feet of space. So I love it as a woman truck driver.
Oh no, that's awesome. Now, with your team, because I'm sure you have a team that work with you, are they
Mhm,
also as passionate about this as you are? Because I can feel it. I can feel your passion, and I see why you named your business the way you named it, because I can feel
mhm,
your passion coming through. Do you have that same type of team? Because sometimes, when we have a team, they're there for a particular purpose, but until they catch fire with that actual passion, that's when you really start to flourish and grow. So do you have a team that's like that, or are you constantly building a team like that?
Yes, I do. And the people that supports me with that, of course, we all share the same vision, and made it very clear in
Yeah.
regards to the vision day one. And that's one thing when I work with people,
Mhm.
back in the day, it was working with just anybody. And, it was not as big thing. But nowadays I've been doing it for so long. I have to be aligned with people who have that same vision of making it happen in this industry, who believe in this industry. Because again, just like any other business or any industry, none of it is easy. So,
Mhm.
but even more so with the trucking industry, there's so many moving parts to make it happen. So
Yeah,
if it's a person that don't have that faith, that don't believe in what they're doing, don't believe in the industry,
yeah,
looking for overnight come up quick, get rich quick type people, I can't connect with people like that. It
right,
has to be
right.
aligned with where the vision is. And again, that's the type of people that I attract. And the people that's not on page, trying to they eliminate themselves real quick because
Yeah,
we just can't do business like that.
I absolutely understand that. Well, let me ask you this, and it might be a little unorthodox, but I noticed that you said you're in the Atlanta area, but you're mostly traveling. When you're traveling, is that in the support of the individuals that are within your business, or is that because you have so many different clients in different states?
Actually, it's because of the fact that I planned in my 20s that when my kids got grown,
Oh
mommy
Lord,
gonna
don't
travel.
tell me, don't tell me.
Hey,
Let me
mommy
tell
gonna
you
travel when
something.
they get
I
older.
think all of our brains as moms who've raised kids have said the same. Let me tell you something. My last one graduated in 2019, but when she was in middle school, I said, when you graduate from high school, all I'm going to do is travel. I'm going to pick up this laptop and I'm going to do whatever I want to do from any corner of the earth. And when she graduated, I said, oh, it's on. I said, y'all could call me if y'all want. I'll call y'all back whenever. And I'm telling you, the more and more moms that I'm speaking with that are in business and have freedom and can do what they want to do, we have all connected on some kind of brainwave. And I promise you, we have all said the same thing and we're doing it. So kudos to you.
That's the best part about it. Again, I've been in trucking for so long. I've raised my kids in trucking,
Yeah.
everything. So, but I've always said that when I get to my 40s,
Yeah.
kids are grown, I am going to full time travel and run my businesses in the trucking industry. And that's exactly what I've been doing these last 4 years
Yeah.
is just, working business from here, there, and everywhere. And the great part about it, because I have members, contractors all over the United States, the
Yeah.
best part, every time I'm in a, area where I got clients at, I enjoy meeting them for dinner or lunch or drinks and,
Right.
just being one and, actually face to face meeting my clients and my members. So that's the best part about my travel life. Again, as a truck driver cross country, I've been all across the United States. I've been to every state in the United States, except, of course, Alaska and Hawaii. We don't truck there, but
Yeah.
I've been to all the states from the top to bottom, east to west. And as a team driver, definitely do about 5,000 miles a week easily. So that's a lot of trucking every single week. So
It is.
I've
It
seen
is.
it all. But in 2020, during COVID, I went back on the road for about 5 months, just to help fill the shelves back up.
You
And
mean like
after that,
actual driving?
driving, right,
Okay,
right,
got it.
right. So I got back on the truck because I don't full time drive, of course. I stopped that for while I'm back in 2020. So, but like I said, I did get back out there for 5 months just to fill the trucks in because if we
That's
have
right.
sitting trucks, instead of a truck sitting, hey, I'll jump in a heartbeat. So, and that's what I did. We had a driver that got sick out of one of the trucks. Now I'm doing COVID, and we jumped right in and kept it moving. We stayed out there for about 5 months, but after I got off the road, that's when I became full time traveling and just hopping flights every week somewhere different and
That's right.
revisiting my favorite places that I enjoyed over the road, as
That's
well as teaching my training classes, my dispatching training courses. I was teaching 11 classes a week between training courses, training sessions. And I had, a full schedule with that, of course, but trying to meet everybody's schedule. So I offered daytime, nighttime, midweek,
yes.
weekend, whether or not it was a full training course, or whether or not it was sessions. Again, that's all I was doing while still training. I mean, while still traveling. So, and that's the stuff that I enjoy about the trucking industry. It's so flexible. You take it
Yes.
wherever you're going to be at. You
Right.
take it with you.
And just even being an entrepreneur is flexible, but also you have the freedom because you're in control of your schedule. So if you
Hmm.
need to take a week off, that means whatever you need to do before you leave, do it. And then whatever you got to do when you get back, that's what you're going to do. But, I have this whole thing about working hard and playing hard. And it seems like you and I definitely have that in common is that work hard, play
Hmm.
hard. Because we can't just work, and then we don't get to enjoy any of it. It's like you say, revisiting some of the places that you probably drove through but didn't get to stop and enjoy yourself. There are places as I was on the road as a speaker that I flew there and flew back home, didn't even get to enjoy the city or anything like that. So I definitely understand that. So have any of your kids caught on to that trucking bug and decided, I think I want to follow mom's footsteps?
No.
And that's
No.
and it typically is that way because none of my kids want to do what I'm doing. They're like, we love what you do. We love that you make money with what you do, but we don't want to work with people like that. We don't want to write,
Yeah.
we don't want to read grants. We don't want to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And my youngest, she, of course, she knows all about the business. She's actually traveled with me over the last 4 years as well.
Mm-hmm.
Last for years in her high school, she traveled. So she's been homeschooled, private school since middle school, since
Yeah.
seventh grade.
Okay.
So even when COVID happened, she didn't have an adjustment of trying to do work from home type stuff because the schools were closed because she had already been in homeschool, private school. So, but she traveled with me the whole time. So she sat in many meetings, she sat in classes, and she can literally do the business if she wanted to. That's just not her desire. Of course,
Right.
I guess they've been saturated with trucking all their little life.
Yeah.
So
When's your next class is coming up? You have anything set up for the summer since a lot of individuals will, have maybe a lot more free time. Their kids are not in school. Some of them may be teachers and looking for a new something to do in school is out. You have any classes coming up between now and
yes,
okay.
yes, we
And are
do.
they virtual or are they live?
They're all live online. We do all of our trainings on live
Okay, so they're
through
virtual.
Zoom. Our dates are June. We have classes daytime as well as weekend classes. Well,
Oh,
not
perfect.
daytime, but weekday night classes as well as the weekend. That is the week of June the 11th
Mm-hmm.
through the 15th. Is
Make
our next, yeah,
Make sure
June
wherever
11th.
you have your classes listed, make sure I have that link so that I can put it in the description bar so that those
Okay.
want to click on it, they could just go right there, sign up and get ready. If they want your, I've got your website link and all that stuff. I want to make sure we're going to put everything down in the description bar. So if there's anything else on how they can reach you, make sure you send me those links when we're done here. But I want to ask you, have you thought about writing any type of book or anything that would really, really, really get out to the masses? Because I'm telling you, I'm here in Houston, maybe 90 days ago or so, there was at the convention center, they had some kind of big, huge trucking event where there were a
Mhm.
bunch of speakers who came, folks that are in the trucking industry. Of course, there were maybe about 500 vendors set up for the service end of it and the products and all of those type of things. And that event was huge. And, I'm understanding there were over 7,000 people at that
Mhm.
particular event, and they, I guess, travel it around to different states or whatever. Have you thought about, producing a book so that you have your virtual classes? You're one person, so there's only so much of you that could go around, but maybe a book for those individuals that are still working their 9 to 5, but would, take out the time to be able to read and figure out, because it's the business end of the business that some people need to wrap their head around, like, how does this work?
Right.
Because you
So with
give
that
so many
there,
different
I actually
genres on how they can get in, so
right. Right. So I haven't personally wrote a book like that, but I do have the training course, which is a full training course and it's all online on
okay,
demand. So
okay,
people don't have to wait to a live training class to be able to start their journey in the trucking industry. They
okay,
can actually start with the on-demand training classes,
okay,
which it works for their schedule. Whatever time that works for them, they can take the class, they can stop, rewind, fast forward, and go back and look at it for notes. So I do have that to offer people for our full dispatching training course. Now,
mhm,
once you sign up for our training course itself, it does include several different things, not just one dispatching training course, as a
okay,
lot of people do offer just one course, but I believe it's beyond just that course.
that's
So I
right,
do offer additional training sessions that goes along with the training course itself. So we offer the dispatching training course, which is our main course. Then we also have the dispatching one-on-one workshop, which they have access to on demand, as well as the 360 dispatching training event, along with the owners, training for the industry training and coaching. So these are all available on demand where people can do it for their schedule. And then
okay,
combining that with our mentorship program, after they're finished with the training, they have a go-to person. Now, after our training class, each person take our classes, whether or not on demand or live online. We also have the dispatching workbook quiz. So that helps them to make sure they test their knowledge to go back and also be able to have it as they're getting started with their operation. They have like a cheat sheet because everything is right there for them.
oh, that's pretty awesome. Now, we've learned that you're the queen of trucking. I believe you. I 100% believe you. We've learned that you have your different programs and there's different ways to get into the actual trucking industry. We've learned that, hey, you're a mom and you are on your journey of traveling, because amen to that. Like to know, what could you share with our listeners and our viewers that we can't just go and Google about you?
Well, hey, you can Google everything. Hey, I'm public.
That's
So,
my question. What's the thing that we cannot Google about you?
um, my faith in God, that is a strong one. And again, people ask me
But see, that
how.
shines through right now through this interview, baby. Let me tell you something. That is shining through.
Yes, but that is one thing that people ask me, how do you survive this industry? How have you survived this industry for this
Right,
many years? The
right.
in and outs and just the disappointments, the challenges. People who know me know that I have been honey, I've been through hell and back in this industry. And it's like, how do you keep going? What motivates you? Why do you still want to help people? Other
Right.
questions I get is, why do you teach people to do what you're doing? What about the competition? I'm in competition with nobody. I'm in
That's
competition with
because you
myself.
think in abundance. You think in abundance
That's hey,
there's enough for all of us, and that is such a
that's the
statement.
thing. And if people realize that it's no competition and you don't have to worry about it being a saturated industry, like you mentioned from the beginning, there's a lot of people in this industry, but a lot of people do different things. Some people do some of everything, but some people do just certain things out of it. So, and
Right.
I tell people the industry is way big enough for everybody to eat at this table. It's up to you on
Right.
if you stay around long enough to feast on the table.
Right. And the thing is that, like I just said a few minutes ago, you could be all in the same industry, but we all gonna have our little niche. You're gonna always
Hmm.
be a little niche because when you say the word truck driving company, people think, oh, I gotta drive an 18-wheeler. You just gave us five other reasons. There's other things that you can do in the trucking industry. So that's the part that I really, really wanted people to hear and to get it from the expert in the field and to understand that it doesn't mean you have to be so one tunnel focused. You can literally carve out a niche and say, okay, I'm in this industry, but I'm doing it this particular kind of way. So thank you for being able to say that, because I'd rather get it from the expert than for me to go and read about it or whatever and bring it here and do a presentation or something like that. Get it from the people that are literally in it and seeing it every single day. So
Right.
before we go, I would like to make sure that you share with the listeners and the viewers where they can find you online. And then, of course, every other link that they need for your social media, for your website, and your course link will be in the description bar. But just so for those who are taking notes right now, where can they find you online? The best place for them to find you to say, hey, I heard you on that interview and I'd like to connect with you to this is what I'm wanting to do. Didn't know where to start, didn't know where to go, didn't know who to talk to, didn't know who I could trust. There's so many crazy business scams and things going out here in the world where people are promising they can do all of these things. But if you've got somebody here that's an expert, listeners, I'm telling y'all right now, mothers and daughters, if you've got someone here right now saying, been doing it for 20 plus years, have mastered my craft. I'm mentoring 190, 200 people, let's round up, 200 people already right now, traveling the globe and meeting even more people here to express what it is that I'm doing. You're getting it. I always say, get it from the horse's mouth. So where can they find you so that they can connect with you? And oh, I'm excited for them.
Right. You can connect with me on Facebook at Johnique Taylor. Uh, that is Johnique Taylor, Taylor. Best, quickest way to reach me is by phone or, by text.
I love
My phone.
it. An old-fashioned person like me who's like, it's best if you just pick up the phone and call me. That will be
Yes.
productive because all this texting, my thumbs are tired.
Yes. So my number is 404-960-1766. And that's the easiest way. Shoot me a text. I'm very personal and I like to go ahead and make sure people are taken care of. So best way to do is just shoot a text and schedule your free 15-minute consultation. So
Right.
that way I can see what it is that you're looking for and I can tell you about the programs that we have. So, but also my website is the real queen of trucking.com. The real
Real.
queen
So
of
now don't
trucking.
go with the fake ones. Go with the real ones. Thank you, Miss John.
Yes, so
I
that is the
really appreciate.
website.
Okay. Anything else you want to give them a website or a link or anything to, or are those the two best ways to get to you?
Right, those are the best ways to reach me by phone or, of course, Facebook. Now, for people that are business owners that's just tuning in, of course, and you're not necessarily just looking to get into the trucking industry, we
Mhm.
do, of course, have our mobile billboard advertising program. We've
Yes.
recently
That was the
launched
next
our.
thing I was going to ask about. So thank you, because I saw that on your Facebook page and I went, wait a minute now. So let's definitely talk about that because I've been seeing that around Houston and I find it very interesting because I actually read them. And if there's something interested, I'll write the phone number. I'll take my phone and take a picture. Let's talk about the mobile billboard. Let's talk about how you got into that, what the results are from that, and how people can get involved in that and the cost and all of that stuff go.
Right. So with that, there again, I've combined trucking and advertising to come up with the mobile billboard advertising services. And
Okay.
what we are doing is utilizing the trucking industry with the same trucks that we run every single day. We're now taking it the next level with advertising by placing ads on these tractor trailers. So instead of just making money with the trucks itself, we now have a program where not people just in the industry can capitalize on it, but
Right.
business owners from all type of industries can place ads on these trucks that's running locally, that's running of over the road. And of course, for business based, product based companies and or service based business that's looking to grow outside of your state, this
Right.
is the great opportunity because now your information, your ads are plastered all over these tractor trailers. So
Right.
we are in the process of launching 50 plus new new trailers, 53-foot drive-in trailers,
Yeah.
that's going to be running ads all over the United States. We are featuring 3 local places, which is Atlanta, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, and Chicago,
Okay.
Illinois. So business owners that are in those areas, and
Okay.
if, especially if you have a restaurant or a storefront that you want to plaster on that tractor trailer, this is a great program to be able to do so. So as instead of just having a stationary billboard,
That's
now
right.
you have a mobile billboard where more people can see that your business, your information about your business.
And what's that typical investment for a small business owner?
We have various different sizes. Our prices range anywhere from $599 for
Mm.
our smaller ad size, and it goes up to $4,799
And it
for the
runs
ad
how
size.
long?
So just depends on what a person want. We also have the option where people can wrap the whole trailer. You can
Oh,
wrap half of the trailer or both sides to do the whole trailer. So with
geez.
those there, we do sell those ad spaces, 12 by 15 space. So if you want the whole side of the trailer, that's 3 spaces. So of course, if you want the whole trailer, it's 6 spaces. We do the 12 by 15 ads, 3 ads on each side of the trailer. Once again, it is a 53-foot trailer. So those things are huge. So, or you can wrap the whole trailer, or if you want just a small one for a small business that can't afford to get a big one, we also have trailers that's designated for the small ones, which
Mhm.
still includes your logo, your picture of your products, your contact information, your website, your
Yeah.
social media handles. So
Okay.
you're still getting that advertisement there too. So it's a range. We wanted to reach all budgets to make sure all type of business owners are able to get in on this opportunity.
And how long do those ads run on those trucks across the country?
6 months at a time. So each ad that you place
Six
is
months?
for 6 months. So instead of paying $5,000 a month for an ad for a billboard, you're now able to partner with us with our mobile billboard advertising service. Once again, we are featuring our local trailers as
Right.
well as our over the road trailers. You can even have ads on multiple trailers. So
Yeah.
it's totally up to each individual of how many ads you want, how many trailers you want your stuff seen on, whether or not you want it local, whether or not you want it over the road. But this is a great opportunity because, like I
It
tell people, it's
is.
time to grow your audience beyond just social media. Social media is a great platform for growing your business. But what about if you can have your social media base of clientele as well as reach people who's not on social media?
This
Back
is
to the
so
old
true.
time of
That's
before social media.
That is true because that's the same thing I say about networking. During the pandemic, we were all home and we're all networking online and all
Hmm.
this digital stuff, but it still doesn't beat a face to face. So it's like, yeah, you could grow your business online with social media, but those ads that are going to be out there in the face of the people who are headed to work and headed to do whatever they do in life, headed to take the kids to school, and they're looking at these. Because I know in my community in Texas, the school buses actually started getting the advertising on the buses, and I thought that was like I say that's kind of creative. Some of the ads
Hmm.
I saw on there, I didn't like them because they were like, but I'm like, it's still very, very creative to be able to get it because those buses are out, certain times of the day in the morning, that they're in the midday, that they're in the
Hmm.
evening. And it's like they're all over your community. And if you have a small business in your community, a restaurant, a tea house, whatever, people who didn't even know that are in the community would still be able to see you.
Exactly.
Oh, so I'll be definitely reaching out to you for that because I would love to. place an ad on one of the billboards. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, this is great. This is great. I'm so glad that you went ahead and got in, because that was my next point right here on my paper. The mobile billboards, because when I read that on your Facebook page, I went, "Ooh, this is cool," because I've been seeing it. Like I said, around Houston, I've seen a produce company advertise. I've seen a small tea house. I've seen hair companies, all kinds of companies on those mobile billboards, and I've seen them on different sizes. Like I've even seen the ads that are digitized. They're like
Mhm.
looking at a TV screen or whatever.
Mhm.
So I have found that that has been very unique, and so I'm glad that you have jumped into the genre of that, because I think that's going to be the next big way to advertise in a sea of all of the ways to advertise when it comes to social media, having a website, wearing your t-shirt, whatever it is. I think that's a good idea. So very smart of you. Thank you. Awesome.
Yes, thank you. Like I say I'm really excited about that part because again, it's in an untouched market, and
Yeah.
that's the part I love as well. And it puts us beyond just the trucking industry. We can still utilize the trucking industry, but yet now we can reach beyond the trucking industry people.
Now, do the individual, do they have to supply you the artwork and supply you everything for you to put it on there, or do you have a team that creates that, or how does that go?
The design team, they actually take care of all of that. So the people that's actually wrapping all of the trailers for us, they
Mhm,
have a design team that will be taking care of all that. So each person, once you place your order, we have an order form and everything. So you're just letting us know what you want on there, and
mhm,
then it's designed from there. So once again, it is a wrap trailer, fully wrapped trailer with
mhm.
all the ads. So they're going to design it accordingly to
Okay.
make sure it looks good and all that. But it is for 6 months. We do wrap all trailers. We'll be wrapping them every 6 months. So one can elect to go ahead and do the whole year, or you can go ahead and just do 6 months, whatever works for you. But they send 6 month increments, and
Mhm.
that one price is for the whole 6 months. There's no additional monthly fee
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Okay, got it. I love it. I love that. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing what you've shared. You've got me. I definitely need an order form, so I'll send you a reminder about that. But
Yes.
I would
And
love
one more
to
thing, can I
share this
add
with
real
my
quick
clients.
for that? Because we we do have other opportunities within that program. So just if I can add in regards to our affiliate marketing program and our referral agent program for
Mhm,
people who are looking to make extra money and want to get in on the mobile billboard advertising program,
mhm.
definitely hit me up because again, we do pay per ad that you bring to the table. So even if you don't want to place an ad or can't afford to place an ad just yet, you can also go ahead and sell the ad space to other business owners, and you make a percentage off of each one of those ads. So it is a great way to make money. And we also have an investor program as well. If you want to get in on that part and make money off of this program for what we're doing, we do
Mhm,
have opportunity where you can purchase trailers as an investor partner where
mhm,
you own the trailer, but you can get paid three different ways on that same trailer. You get paid for per ad of each ad that's being placed on the trailer.
mhm.
Also, you get paid for the trailer rental because these same trailers that we are getting ready to put all these ads on, we're also renting them back out to the owner operators and the fleet owners. So each person who owned the trailer, they will also make additional money every week on the trailer rentals. The third way you can make money on that same trailer is each ad that you sell to another business owner, you get paid again. So there's ways, three different ways just to make money on the same trailer that you invest into. It is a part of our investor partnership program for the mobile billboard advertising program. So once again, it's so many ways that we can work together, partner together. I've created, of course, an area of space where we can all grow together with the mobile billboard advertising program.
Now give them your number again.
My number is 404-960-1766. Hit me up. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Once again, we're in an untouched market of advertising. As y'all know, all business owners need marketing in their business. They got to market, they got to advertise.
That's
What better way than to go ahead and get in while it's early, while we're just now launching, than anytime? This is the best time to get involved with it. Even if you
absolutely.
don't desire to get all the way into the trucking industry, you can definitely still make money from the trucking industry with our programs.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Johnique Taylor. I really appreciate it. And I hope that they flood your flood your phone. I know that I'll definitely be reaching out to you for that. And I have so many clients that would be interested in it. So thank you so much. Now, mothers and daughters, you have no reason not to go further with getting more information of what you need about this. She's giving you her email, she's giving you her phone number, she's giving you her website. Make sure you take advantage of it. And look, I am excited about bringing these series to you with all the women and success. And I absolutely consider this success. And until next time. Hey, ladies, this is your official invitation to join us on the Winner's Circle Cruise in January. We're going to meet in Fort Lauderdale and go through Key West. And then from Key West, we are going to go over to Bimini, Bahamas. If you have not been to the Bahamas in the last year or so, you've got to go. It is so wonderful, so lovely, so awesome. So far, we've got a good group of ladies that are already signed up. The max to go is 24, unless something wild happens, but 24 is the max. If you received the flyer from me, you know that you need to go ahead and get your deposit down. So we'll spend the first day in Fort Lauderdale getting on the cruise. It'll spend a day on the water. We'll get over to Key West, spend a day there. That'll be day 3. And then for day 4, we will be in Bimini, Bahamas, and we will spend an entire day there where we will just foo-la-la, foo-la-la, foo-la-la. And the final day, we will be back in Fort Lauderdale. I do suggest that you get to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the night before the cruise. I have seen people be left, so don't be one of them. Now, if you want to leave the day we get back, the cruise is going to be back. By the time you get off, it'll be 10. So if you want to book you a flight, book it after 10 or noon. You just saw the beautiful rooms that we are going to be booking. Yes, every room will have a balcony unless you declare otherwise. Now look at that water. Can you tell me you don't want to be there? Look at all of those good markets. You telling me you don't want to be with the Winner's Circle? The Winner's Circle is for women owners of businesses that want to get together with other women from all over different places to be able to mastermind, to talk about our businesses, to grow, to support one another, to hear others' perspectives on how you can do things different in your business to be the best business and to grow your business. Anything that you can't talk about with other people, this is a great time. Join us on the Winner's Circle Cruise.